There's been a lot of Sony lenses over the years made, but I'd never heard of a radioactive Sony lens before. These lenses were made for TV cameras, CCTVs like the closed circuit TVs, to mount on some sort of monitoring camera, or they were used also on small cinema cameras. The size of them are a Super 16, which is about a 3 times crop comparing to a full frame sensor like this camera. They're best suited for using them on Micro Four Thirds, pocket, like Blackmagic type cameras. Those with the smaller Micro Four Thirds sensors, they cover more of the frame. So a lens like this with a 3 times crop will still give you a little bit of a vignette or almost a circle pattern on a Micro Four Thirds camera, which is a 2 times crop, smaller than a full frame like this. But they work great because they are put in a lot of light. This particular one is a 12.5 by 50 millimeter f1.8. So with the f1.8, even though it's a small lens, it still lets in a good bit of light. And it's got a really broad zoom range to it. Focus ring, and you can adjust your aperture here with it. It's a smooth focus aperture blade, so there's no clicks, so it's a little bit quieter if you're using it to shoot video with. But the zoom's pretty smooth with it too, but it does push in and out a little bit, so your vignette changes as you zoom. The wider you have it, the more you're going to see that circle pattern on the outside when you're using it. But back to the main point of the video, most people never heard of a Sony lens that is actually radioactive. These lenses, although made for Sony cameras and sold along with the Sony cameras, they were manufactured by Canon for the most part. There were Tamron made a few for some others, but these particular ones are made by Canon in Canon factories, labeled Sony for all of Sony's video and CCT, closed circuit TV cameras. But I've got a adapter on here that I use. This, screw it on to the C-mount is the type of mount it uses. This adapts it to work with the Micro Four Thirds camera. If I check the room radiation here, it's usually somewhere in the mid 50s to 60 counts per minute. If you check the front elements on this, you get a little bit of a change, but that's proximity to the back element, which with it has thorium in it. That thorium is used to cut down on some of the aberrations, the color fringing and things around lenses. When you shoot, say, into trees, you can see little blue fringes. That thorium added to the glass helps get rid of that, but it's also puts off different particles, gamma, beta and alpha particles. Mostly the alpha is breaking down off the thorium as it ages, but still it produces a good bit of radioactivity compared to what you get in background radiation with it. Not as hot as some of the other lenses that you'll find, like some of the Takamura older vintage lenses, but still about the only lens that they made that was Sony labeled but radioactive. They still work really good. The quality of the lens is nice when shooting videos with it. It's good to use something to cover the lens a little bit to cut down on the flares, but aside from that, it works great shooting video with Micro Four Thirds, and it gives you a really good zoom range with it. But there is a Sony lens out there that's radioactive, and The newer lenses, you're not going to find that, but since these were made in the 70s to, depending on the model, to the late 80s, some of the models have thorium in them, but not all. So you need to sort of check it if that's what you're looking for. But it's low enough levels it really won't hurt unless you hold it up to your eye, and then the alpha particles can get in your body through your eyes, even cause cataracts, that sort of thing, but you'd have to hold it up to your eye for quite a long period of time before it could possibly do any damage. Your skin surface, dead cells, that sort of thing, protect your body from the alpha particles getting into them. So it's a relatively safe lens. I wouldn't worry about it handling it, and it shouldn't cause any damage to your camera, that sort of thing at all. But there is a Sony lens out there that is radioactive, so I just thought I'd fill people in on that. Please like and subscribe. Check some of my other videos for testing on radioactive lenses. Thank you.